Nyck De Vries' unexpected dismissal by Alpha Tauri has sent shockwaves throughout the Formula One community. Speculation about potential replacements for Sergio Perez is growing, with Daniel Ricciardo's appointment seen as a threat to the Mexican driver. However, amidst all the discussions, it's important to take a moment to consider Nyck De Vries, who had been patiently waiting for his opportunity alongside Toto Wolff. After just 10 races, De Vries was sacked. The question arises, was Alpha Tauri justified in letting him go? Today, we will explore the reasons behind his dismissal and his plans to make a swift return to racing. Let's delve into the details. In a surprising turn of events, Daniel Ricciardo is making a comeback to Formula One and will drive for Red Bull's sister team, Alpha Tauri, for the remainder of the season. The wording of Red Bull's statement explicitly states that Daniel is being loaned to Alpha Tauri for the year, suggesting that he won't be staying beyond 2023. The 34-year-old Australian, who was released by McLaren last year, will participate in the Hungarian Grand Prix on July 23. Ricciardo replaces Nyck De Vries, who was dropped after only 10 races. The 28-year-old Dutch rookie lost his seat after failing to score any points, experiencing several crashes, and struggling in comparison to his younger teammate, Yuki Tsunoda. Alpha Tauri team principal Franz Tost expressed his satisfaction with Daniel's return to the team, acknowledging his driving skills and familiarity with the team. Tost also thanked Nyck for his contributions and wished him well for the future. De Vries' sacking came as a surprise to many, not because it was unexpected, but because of the timing. Speculations had been circulating, but the general expectation was that he would be let go during the summer break. De Vries himself must have been immensely disappointed, especially considering his upcoming home race in the Netherlands, just after the break. However, Red Bull had their reasons. De Vries, a Formula E champion with Mercedes, was older than most F1 rookies, putting immediate pressure on him to perform. Helmut Marko, who provided detailed explanations to the Dutch publication Telegraph, explained why the decision was made to drop him. Marko referred to De Vries' impressive 8th-place finish at Monza last year when he substituted for Alex Albon. The expectation was that he would at least match his teammate, Yuki Tsunoda, this year, but that didn't happen. De Vries consistently lagged behind, always 0.3 of a second slower. Marko emphasized the disparity in experience between De Vries and younger rookies, stating that they couldn't be compared. De Vries, as a Formula 2 and Formula E champion, had significantly more racing experience, including test driving various Formula One cars. Despite his considerable experience, De Vries failed to demonstrate the potential for improvement since his performance in Baku at the end of April. Although his weekend started well, he had subsequent crashes and failed to deliver any exceptional laps, disappointing Marko. Ultimately, the speed needed for success in Formula One just wasn't there. Helmut Marko, renowned for his candidness, doubted that another Formula One opportunity would arise for De Vries, suggesting that his future lies in the World Endurance Championship. De Vries may no longer be competing in Formula One, but he has numerous other avenues available to him. Endurance racing, where he has already achieved success with victories at Fuji and podium finishes at Bahrain and Monza, is a promising option. Formula E also remains open to him, as a former champion, and there are possibilities in IndyCar or even rally driving if he seeks a significant change. While De Vries may find opportunities elsewhere in the racing world, it doesn't mean he doesn't aspire to return to Formula One. Just 24 hours after being ousted by Alpha Tauri, De Vries was seen meeting with Mercedes motorsport boss Toto Wolff in a Monaco cafe. However, before the rumor mill starts churning and declares a potential partnership with Lewis Hamilton, it's important to note that the meeting could be attributed to their existing relationship. De Vries had previously worked alongside Wolff in the Mercedes garage for a few years before moving to Alpha Tauri. If there's a way for De Vries to make a comeback, Mercedes could potentially play a role. It's worth mentioning that De Vries recently faced criticism due to resurfaced comments he made about Lando Norris and Alex Albon during their Formula 2 days. De Vries claimed that they were not superior to him, which gained attention on social media following the strong performances of both drivers at the British Grand Prix. These comments were made in 2018, after Norris and Albon were promoted to Formula One, while De Vries remained in the junior category for another season. The negative attention surrounding these remarks seems unwarranted, as they were made in a different context and reflect De Vries' disappointment in not receiving the same opportunity as his competitors. Lastly, it's worth addressing the questionable decision-making process that led to De Vries' situation with Alpha Tauri. While his performance at Monza last year was impressive, basing a driver's fate on a single race is nonsensical. It is concerning that a modern Formula One team can make such critical decisions based on such limited information. Selecting De Vries in the first place seemed hasty, but to drop him just a few months into the season is even more perplexing. From Red Bull's perspective, there wasn't much to gain by keeping him until the end of the year, only to potentially replace him with the same driver. However, there wasn't much to lose either. Alpha Tauri is currently not in a competitive position, and even when Yuki Tsunoda performs exceptionally well, there's no room for him in the top 10 due to the closely matched teams. While Daniel Ricciardo is highly regarded, it remains uncertain whether he can significantly improve the team's performance. His impressive tyre test results in the RB19 are irrelevant since he won't be driving that car, and the tyres used this season differ as well. Ultimately, Red Bull's decision seems to have ended Nyck De Vries' Formula One aspirations while putting Daniel Ricciardo in a challenging position. To conclude, it's debatable whether Red Bull made a mistake with their decision, and it remains to be seen if De Vries will find his way back to the Formula One grid in the future. However, it's evident that De Vries has numerous opportunities outside of Formula One, including endurance racing, Formula E, IndyCar, or even rally driving. While his meeting with Toto Wolff raises questions, his connections and experience may present a pathway back to the grid. In any case, Formula One is not the only racing world available to De Vries, and he has the potential for a successful career elsewhere. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. We are eager to engage in discussions with you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for future updates, ensuring you stay informed about the exciting 2023 Formula One season.